Donald Trump has entered a plea of not guilty to charges of mishandling sensitive files at a federal court in Miami, Florida. This makes him the first U.S. president, whether current or former, to face a federal criminal indictment. Mr. Trump appeared in court for the second time this year, wearing a dark suit and red tie with his arms crossed, maintaining a stoic silence. After the court appearance, he traveled to his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey, where he addressed his supporters. Welcome to Slant News. If you want to support, you can subscribe to our channel. Speaking in front of American flags, Mr. Trump, who is currently the frontrunner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, took a defiant stance and asserted his right to possess classified documents. However, he claimed that he hadn't had sufficient time to review all the boxes containing these documents. He also made unsubstantiated claims and aired grievances against President Joe Biden and his former rival, Hillary Clinton. Before leaving Miami, Mr. Trump expressed gratitude on his social media platform Truth Social, thanking the city for its warm welcome despite considering it a sad day for the country. Later, in a federal courthouse room in downtown Miami, Mr. Trump, appearing somber and subdued, watched as his lawyer, Todd Blanche, entered a plea of not guilty on his behalf for the 37 counts of illegally retaining classified documents and obstructing the government's efforts to retrieve them. Sitting alongside Mr. Trump at the same table was his co-defendant, Walt Nauta, a close aide facing 6 criminal counts in the case. On the opposite side of the room were the prosecutors, including special counsel Jack Smith, who had announced the indictment the previous week. Despite being allowed to leave court without travel restrictions, Mr. Trump is prohibited from discussing the case with Mr. Nauta. Following the hearing, Mr. Trump gave a thumbs up to his supporters as his motorcade departed from the courthouse. During this time, an anti-Trump protester dressed in a prison jumpsuit briefly interrupted the motorcade's path before being pushed away by security. This incident marked the most unruly moment of an otherwise peaceful day. Mr. Trump and his security detail then proceeded directly to Versailles, a popular Cuban restaurant in Miami's Little Havana, where he was met with enthusiastic supporters who lined up for photos with the former president. He appeared to engage in a prayer with some patrons and was serenaded with a rendition of "Happy Birthday." Alina Habba, a lawyer representing Mr. Trump, reiterated the former president's claim that the charges against him were politically motivated while addressing the media outside the court. She described the situation as a turning point in the nation's history and compared the targeting prosecution to practices observed in dictatorships like Cuba and Venezuela. Habba expressed concerns that such actions should terrify all citizens of the United States. Prior to the hearing, court officials stated that Mr. Trump would not have a mugshot taken but would be digitally fingerprinted and required to provide a DNA sample by swabbing. While a trial date has not yet been set, the case is assigned to Aileen Cannon, a federal district judge in South Florida who was appointed by Mr. Trump.